You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome everyone to Trading with OC. Let me fix my volume. Yesterday, I did heard that you guys were mixing and changing. Sorry, blasting all the way up this to get a better audio. There we go. I think that's fixed. I don't know why the thing kind of fixes itself. I need to go check out again the microphone auto adjustment. I don't know what it gets every single time, like de-adjusted. Hey, what's up, guys? Let me get started with you guys because you guys are the most important part of the show. So let's get started. Jesse in the house. Welcome, my friend. Train Tuition Gaming Buddy. How is it going, brother? Welcome. Great to have you here. Almost first, he says. Bingo bango. How is it going, bro? BDC. What is he going? How is he going, my friend? Gang noobs. Love it. I hope he has his mic tuned up. I just did, man. Let me know. Let me know if that fixed it. My volume can only do so much. I know. Let me know if that worked. Let me know if that worked. And I can still do a little bit better job right now, but I just don't want to blast it all the way up. We also have T-Dub in the house. How is it going, T-Dub? Thanks so much for spending a little bit of your time here with me. Really appreciate it. They are in the house. How is it going, brother? Speed, what's up? I got it. I read it. You know what I mean. It's been a crazy day, but I'm gonna get to it. But other than that, you're doing fantastic, my friend. You are doing fantastic. Let me tell you that much. All right, so we also have, of course, double shout out to T-Dub. Who else we got here? Train Tuition, love OC, Sherry He's no to my friend. Really appreciate it. KDCT in the house. There we go. We also have Melissa. How's it going, Melissa? Great to have you around. Really appreciate you stopping by. Even when I bullied you last time, I'm very sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I had such a blast. But I loved it. Thank you so much, Melissa, for spending a little bit of your time here with me. Donato Cabrera, what's up, brother? Welcome. Great to have you here. KDGT, double shout out. How's it going, my friend? Who else we got in here? I think that's it for today. So let's get it. If I'm missing you at Piper Academy, tell me, yo, dude, you miss my name, man. That cannot be. Let me know. If I'm missing you, let me know, please. All right. Yeah, what's up, bro? Welcome. Great to have you here. Great to have you. All right, so let's go check out. Of course, let's get started with Solana. I'm sorry, Solana, dude, is the one that I'm looking at right now. We need to get started at Bitcoin, and for some reason, I just don't have Bitcoin here. So let me just fix that. There we go. Let's go to the charts and let's get started. All right, perfect. So we are almost round tripping on the short. All right, so basically that's why we took some oh, come on, this needs to be both on the 4 hours and the 30 minutes. All right, there we go. So basically, remember taking almost 75% out on the way down, well, then coming back up, we are still holding that 25%. Remember, guys, if you're new, by the way, or if you're watching this out of the YouTube with not being in the live session, I always leave a 25% on the original trade position open. All right, regardless, always. Why? Because if that thing goes to Valhalla, either way, I'm still gonna be into a big trade. And if I compound this for the all-time high, let me know that 25% on a single trade. That might be coming I don't know, 200, 300, 500, 1000 compounds. Just let me tell you that when you start taking some profits at those kind of levels or those kind of percentages, that feels fantastic, right? And it's not about the percentage itself, all right? It's the amount of money in that case, because you know that you are actually out of that left, 25%, you're making like 5 times that money, right? So it doesn't matter if it's $1. I mean, out of $1, you're making 5. That's still 5 times out of that position. So just so you guys understand what we always leave that 25% in. So the Hail Mary trade, all right? The Hail Mary targets. So far, they're good. Remember, we are hedging right now Bitcoin, all right? I'm going to be looking for another area of entry, and I'm going to be saying maybe a continuation for a short, all right? And that is because, look at this. Look at what happened. Big wick, retracement, right? Big wick, not quite retracement, but look at that. Continuation, all right? Then, not big wicks, but we have a retracement. Big wick, retracement. If we go to our higher time frames, that is a big wick, retracement. And right now, we're having a little bit of a big wick, right? It's not 100%. The time, no, not 100% of the times that we have those big wicks, we retrace, right? But it's a good indicator. Like, for example, here, big wick, in the meantime, and I mean at the middle of it, and then retrace very, very badly, right? So again, we're gonna be compounding the indicators to get the absolute best analysis. All right. So a couple of things I want to get started with. Of course, it is our free indicator setup. By the way, guys, this is an indicator that we built out of 2 indicators. Both of them free, fantastic indicators. Go check that out in our playlist. And then, well, right now at this point, we're not having strength, but we're going upwards right here. All right, so we could still do something like that. Look at how we're not having strength until they start turning back up. So basically somewhere around here. Let's go check that out. So, and I'm looking at the ADX, the purple line. All right, as the purple line starts climbing back up, which is having strength on the bullishness, even if the bullishness is decreasing, right? What happens in here? There we go. We had, retracement because we're losing that strength. So a little bit of retracement, which is a bullish retracement, right? This is not telling you that we're going to go lower, but it's telling you that we're having a retracement within the same trend. And then off we go. Boom, shakalaka, losing the trend line, losing the trend, right? Another important thing, it is right here. If I grab this and stretch it, let me just unlock it. You'll see. There we go. Let me try to get it. There we go. We're grabbing this area, this low, trying to get as close as we can this low, going through these lows. And look at that. We're almost nailing that zone. I mean, we can even kind of force it, but I just don't really like to force things in here, right? So let's just lock that in as is. We're rejecting. We don't have a rejection confirmation. What we need to see for a confirmation on that rejection is this thing flipping back down, right? Like in here, right? And I'm talking about the histogram. Let's see. There is a big because it means that the price will reverse, not like every single time, but it is one of the things that we're looking into. There is a couple of if you guys go, we have a free course. I mean, I'm just all over the place, but take situation. It's one of the things that I said, you know what, this single characteristic, it almost always plays out, almost always, right? It is not 100% sure that it's going to happen, but having a big wick represents that there was a liquidity zone right there, right? So there was absorption. There was an absorption zone, right? So basically the price tried to take this area, and then in this case, bulls came in and grab it, right? Guys, we offer a free 0 to hero course, right? And we go all over the thing. I mean, we take a look at patterns, candlestick patterns, which I want to refer back, structure patterns, market structure, indicators, oscillators. I mean, you name it, right? But the point is, it's free. It's gonna be changing into members only, so go check that out. Download it if you want to, and I go all out on those courses, so it is free for you guys to go check that out. The important thing is that, hey, I want to refer back the candlestick patterns video, all right, where we talked about this candle pattern. So if you have a, let's just say an engulfing candle, a big body candle in here, right, like that, and then you have kind of like a hammer or something with a big wick, and then you have another big body candle in here. This pattern is a very powerful pattern to find at the bottom of a downtrend to reverse back up. It also, if you invert this, right, so basically moving this thing, oh, come on, let me see, this thing here, and then setting the wick at the top, this is also a fantastic pattern to reverse the trade. All right, so it's not itself the big wick, but is what it's surrounding it and with what else, right? The big wick only tells you that there was a big support, a liquidity zone, or an absorption zone at that area, which typically make the price bounce. But yeah, great question, bro. Is Solana getting to 197 first? Then I have no idea, but we can do it. Go take a look at it. All right, so 85.15 is what I like. What are we talking about? All right, so let's go check. Let's go first finish up Bitcoin, and then we go take a look at Solana. So right here, we keep pushing over. All set. Gaming body in the house. Well, how's it going, my friend? Welcome. Great to have you. Good call sold yesterday. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Great. I hope that you have taken it. All right, so I think that we have a little bit more to go to the upside, and we might have something like here when we're coming a little downwards and then push upwards and then with the retracement. All right, our area of rejection is of course our entry area right here, and I'm looking, or I will be looking to get, yes, a stopped out but then re-entered. If I don't get stopped out and then I see a big candle closing below this area, below this other candle, well, we're gonna have the exact pattern that we talked about. Right, so big wick, two big candles besides that big wick coming back down, and well, I'm gonna be shorting it to 103. All right, so let's go take a look at Solana. Here is Solana. I think that we're gonna hit that 194, then 192 area first, then we're gonna be hitting anything else. All right, why? Let's go check out, for example, this kind of things. Like right here, we had a high and then a lower high. Right now, I mean, we would need to actually reverse, but seems like we can still push slightly bit higher. And I know it's a little bit contradictory because we're supposed to be bearish and we're not having the strength. Not strength, and here's the key, not strength on bearish. Bearish going down, not strength, range, right? And are we ranging? Yeah, because we have the top and the bottom, the ranging. So getting somewhere 193, 192, and 194, it is right now on the table. So I think that we're gonna make that push, especially since we have there we go, since we're bouncing out of a loud order block, which is 50-50, and then I believe that we're gonna be making a double top right here, and then up we go. So the next thing that we're gonna be going for, and let me bring up other support resistances. Here it is. I'm gonna be looking at a 193, 192 for a possible reversal. All right, so let's go for a short. Again, this is not a confirmatory, but we need to wait for this, right? And I'm gonna be aiming to this area. All right, I'm also gonna be adding an alert almost exactly to the point, slightly bit below. I know I might not be able to reach this thing, but I don't care because I believe that we can even scalp all the way up and then retrace, right? So why am I not aiming all the way up? And that is because I want to make sure that I take the trade, right? So I'm risking a little bit more, right? Or I'm doing a little bit of a riskier setup. Here it is, right? In order to secure a possible entry. All right, important, very important. Yes, I know. I mentioned I want to make, and I quote, I want to make sure that I take this short, right? But that doesn't mean just looking at the price action, right? So the price action is going to be the first one. Look at that, we have another big resistance in here. Perfect. So the price action is going to be a very important, very solid area to look for an entry. Here's the key thing. Look for an entry. I'm not saying opening and short. All right, So what is the key difference? All right. When the price action hits this area and alerts me on my cell phone in here, all right, I'm going to run. Well, I'm going to check out my cell phone, of course, but run to my PC. Okay. And when I run to my PC, I want to see that we're going bearish and maybe this thing going or reversing back up. Look at what happened in this area. Let me see. Yep, in this area. As we turn back bearish, all right, and the ADX was pointing upwards. Remember, bearish and then the strength. In this zone right here, what happens? The price action collapsed very thoroughly, very strongly, right? With no mercy. So again, having strength, which is pointing upwards in here while I'm in the blue, all right? So that's what I want to see to actually commit to that short. And well, I'm gonna be mixing both because we are still within this trade in Solana. All right, remember 25%, it's not been taken out. We are still on that 25% on Solana. Let's go, Pew Pew. Let's go, Pew Pew. How's it going, brother? Welcome. Great to have you. Nice, nice. All right, Gary. Questions, my friend. Questions. Mike Volmer, how's it going, brother? Welcome. Great to have you around. Thank you very much for spending a little bit of your time here. Really appreciate it. All right. Let me know, Gary, if that answered your question. By the way, little quick reminder. Go ahead and click that like button right down here. It really helps with the algorithm and helps on growing the channel. So we are current viewers 17 and we have 12, which is shy of hitting everybody to hit that like. Thank you guys very much. Good night, Cabrera. Hey, Laser, what's up? All right, so let's go to the next thing here. APT. All right, perfect. We've been talking about APT. All right, we want to make sure that we can get something out of APT. Guy says, yes, bro, thank you very much. As always, thank you, my friend, for coming over and ask those questions. Really appreciate you pushing, because that's what we want to, right? To get some challenges. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate your involvement in the channel, in Chart Prime, in Hackers, everywhere, brother. So thank you. All right, let's go check out a couple of other stuffy here. APT. We're still holding and we're still riding that freaking line, man. It's been a formidable line. Or APT is just meh, which I think that is gonna be the actual thing, right? It just doesn't want to do anything here. All right, but we're still gonna keep the plan. We're just tapping in here again. We're gonna be looking for, and I believe at this point, look at that, we're breaking back above. Now I believe that we could be going upwards in here, all right, but we don't want to reject out of this and then have that very bad surprise, all right? So we're gonna stick to the plan. Our entry for a long, it's gonna be at the breakout, all right? And that is gonna be a danger Will Robinson, all right? Danger Will Robinson. Danger trade, because we will be longing the top of the pattern, all right? That's not good. But I believe because we are hitting this top part, we might be able to have a run up to the dynamic reactor. Once again, because we understand that this is going to be a freaking risky trade. I mean, longing the bearish trend at the top of the range. Like, what the hell are we doing, right? Well, because of that, we're going to be jumping in with 1/4 of a position. And we're going to be, instead of doing 10x, I'm going to be doing 5x. I know it's not going to be much, especially if you guys have a smaller account. Don't worry. We are testing the waters and we're grabbing those trades that the market gives us. All right. I also want to hear you guys out. And if you guys are looking at any coin, stranger that it be, right? Even those ones that I say like, dude, what the hell is this? I'm willing to check that out. I think that we are supposed to be having some volatility, especially on altcoins. And that is not because we are heading into the altcoin season, but because we might have group of people just looking and, you know, like premonition, right? Like you create your own future, right? Like, I mean, I believe this is going to blow. I believe this is going to blow. And then somebody, and then the next one, but buy, boom, they push the targets, the markets. So I'm trying to catch that next coin. So if you've been hearing something around at any coin, throw it in here. Let's make an analysis and maybe we can take a look at something like here. Let's check Ray. Perfect. Let's check Ray. So let me open it up here. We have two Solanas. All right, so Solana. All right, let's go check this out in here. You say Ray, right? Ray crypto. Which one is it, bro? Is this the one? Go for Binance, and I'm gonna click it here. And we're not gonna make the analysis just now. I want to go over a couple other stuff. So just finish up on APT. And by the way, I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. And the plan is gonna be the same. Longing the breakout, all right, with a 1/4 of a position, all right. Your stop loss right below this area, aiming for dynamic reactor. And let's see, there we go. Oh, come on. And we have a resistance, perfect. And we also have another resistance, perfect. And predicted ranges, well, that's just a little bit too off in here, but that's fine. Area of range, perfect. Something that I'm not liking about this, it is that there we go, we have a delta area. So I'm gonna be also aiming for another possible long position somewhere around here on our alert area, all right, slightly below. So that's gonna be the possible plan. Remember, your entry is gonna be breaking through or having the flip of the ribbon to the upside, all right? If we don't have that, we don't long it, all right? Just so you know, in the madness, there's still a plan in here, right? Kelly, what is up, Kelly? How's it going? Hey, OC, hey everyone. How's it going, Kelly? Great to have you here. Love it, love it. I caught that soul move. Let's go. That's great to hear. At 180 and close my long this afternoon. Let's freaking go. That's it, Kelly. Let's get it. Dude, you guys make me so happy when you tell me that you guys caught those trades. It is fabulous. It is fantastic. I love you guys making money out of this. Love it, love it. All right, as always, be patient, take it, and also move your stop to entry as soon as possible, because here we don't trust the markets, right? We just don't trust the market. All right, so let's go check out now Ray, and then I want to go over XRP, Ethereum, and CRL, because we also have, there we go, we have ADA who hits in here. Oh, not just now. All right, so Ray looking good, to be honest. I mean, on the 30 minutes if we zoom in, but if we zoom out, of course it is at come on, at the very absolute zero, but that's good. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, thank you so much for bringing this up. All right, so this is something that we're looking for, not because it's a shitcoin, not because it's dying, not because it's abandoned, but because might have some kind of, like, I don't know, culture behind it, or I don't know, something behind it that could be pumping. All right, so something interesting here is that we're gonna be calling, or we're gonna be looking for the absolute zero. Absolute zero is not just a zero. All right, so remember, the absolute zero, it is the, in this cycle, how low has this thing gone. And from that point, we're gonna be taking a look at, hey, maybe we can jump into that absolute zero zone, because, well, might be that whoever is holding this might not be selling, right? So far, let me start drawing some horizontal lines. And I see, for example, support, never broken. Support, never broken. Oh, one. Support, no broken. Support, never broken. All right, so far, we have our absolute zero. We have our next to absolute zero, let's just say somewhere around here, with maybe this kind of supports, another support in here, and we are right there. All right, so let me now go ahead into the 30 minutes. I think we're going to be sticking to the 30 minutes because it has a little bit more of a structure to it, all right? And we're going to be looking for how big of a drop would that be. All right, so we're talking in between this area to this area. That is a 20%. All right, perfect. That means I'm not going to be risking it. So I'm going to be doing two separate trades in here. So far, we are bullish and we're losing the trend. But maybe we can have some salvation in here by making something like that, right? Sadly, to know this, we need to wait. And if we start having those reversals, just be aware, because as long as we are below, right? Or look at that, we're trying to flip up. If we flip up and then we cross, boom shakalaka, right? So how do we take on this? So first of all, as always, trend lines, right? Lost the trend line, lost the trend, but we are right there on the dynamic reactor. Right, let me bring up a couple of other stuff. So we have a possible reversal here. This possible reversal, it tends to be a flat positive bullish continuation. Right. Let's see what else we have in here. Support and resistance bouncing in between those, creating a trend line. All right, perfect. So far, I'm thinking short, man. I'm thinking short, and that's it. All right. So this is the deal. We are in money flow POC. Very close to the absolute zero, right? So this is the deal. I'm gonna add an alert in here, and if that alert gets in, I'm gonna open up long. All right. Almost regardless. I might change last time my decision, but basically it's a done deal. All right. Stop loss right here. Absolute zero, a little bit below. Not absolute zero, but very close to it. And then we're gonna be aiming again to the dynamic reactor. In the meantime, immediate trades on this one, I don't see it, right? I don't see it so far. Yes, we're making through, but this is not, yes, it's technical breakout, but we're also back below. We're holding back again, but we could actually be making that double top, right? So who knows? So if we are in that case, we're going to be making a line in here and another line in here. Whatever trade or whatever line gets broken, we are gonna be making a break of structure trade. All right, so if it breaks to the upside, I think we still have, look at that, a very nice long position to take still from here to here. All right, and if we go lower, well, the same thing. I mean, we have a big area, two big areas in here, so big pulsing movements. All right, so far I think that's gonna be the trade, basically unknown, but whenever we start breaking these lines, we're gonna have the direction confirmation. So let's add those alerts in here. So far, all right, I still need to wait. Let me go to the 4 hours. Let's see how's that looking. Let me zoom out also a little bit. The thing is that we're having this other trend line, and well, despite this is bullish, we can still hit again. Look at that, somewhere around 141. So right here, another alert and a long position. Perfect. All right, so far we're gonna be looking for, yes, long on retracements, but also we're gonna be looking to where the direction of the trade is gonna be. If we start breaking this area, I'm gonna short it all the way down here. If it breaks this trend line, I'm gonna long it all the way to the next area of resistance, which is gonna be 186. Right? That's what I got in this one. Let's go check out another couple of other things in here. Let's take a look at, for example, Ethereum. Right? Ethereum 4 hours and F Ethereum, and F Ethereum. So it's not freakingly moving. The money flow is basically flat. We are below that zero line. By the way, Cardano. Today we were talking about ADA Cardano and ADA Ace. Remember, guys, jumped into the classroom and actually told us, hey, looks like we have a inverted head and shoulders, right? At that moment, we were not breaking the trend line or the neckline, but the actual thing changed, right? How did that change? And by the way, guys, look at this. This is the perfect example of what we're talking about, big wicks, right? This is a big wick. This is a big wick, right? And the thing just went the other way around, right? Just saying, it's not only the big wick, it's also the pattern around it. So as you can see, there we go. We have a bullish flag in here right at the candle close, right here, coming back down. Off we go. Our measured target, let's go for it. I think we hit it. on the breakout. Kind of a little short from it, but that's fine. And then, well, we have the breakout here going above the zero line, the goose head. Remember, we're also looking for that goose head, and then the reversal zone. The perfect. Hopefully, you guys also took this straight. So far, we're still on the race. We're still above the zero line, and I'm gonna be looking for another possible entry. By the way, we just got another entry here, but I did not took it. I don't know what that if I was doing. That was a pretty good one. What what are we talking about? Crocodile of crypto. What do I was thinking that? Crocodile of crypto. Am I no. How does that work? The Humpty Dumpty. I'll say indicator. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Really. So instead of then you're gonna call me what? Croaky? I don't know. Things are added. Love it. Thank you guys. So far, I'm gonna be looking for the possible re-entry if I can get it. If I can get another thing like this, and come on, and I get something like that, that's gonna be my next re-entry to this point. Not, you know the drill. Breakout retest short from here. All right. So far, I'm gonna set an alert in here, and I'm gonna set another alert at the top of this area. Why? Because that was a smart money entry right there. Like the Wolf of Wall Street, you're the crocodile of crypto. Let's get it. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Oh, when talking about the Wolf of Wall Street, one of my favorite scenes is when they got the pill, right? The very ancient pill that they thought they never, it was not hitting on them, right? And then he woke up, and then his car, what was it? Was it a white Ferrari or something? It was just completely demolished. Dude, hilarious. Love that freaking movie. In fact, you've seen me done like that, right? I do. I mean, every single time I do it, I do remember DiCaprio just bouncing the freaking microphone on his head. Also, everyone that has an animal, absolutely. What's your pet? Or what's your animal? Let's go. Let's get it. Crypto farm, let's get it. That's fantastic. All right, let's go to we were supposed to be in Ethereum. All right, Ethereum. All right, Ethereum. I see that we're not breaking. Let's just give it 1 or 2 more candles, and if not, this. All right, if not, this going downwards. All right, so Ethereum, Ethereum. Remember, we're also looking for a 353 for a possible re-entry if we can get right down there. Not, we just let it go, breakout, retest, continuation. All right, XRP. All right, XRP, basically round tripping in this one. Remember the 25% in still. So this was it. No more trades, and basically did not hit my alert right here, which is fine. Phoenix also says Phoenix. Let's get it. I like it. Phoenix. But by the way, also is the one carrying us all out on Halo. He's the only one killing people there. Yeah, absolutely. You get the power of report. Love it. Speed, says Crocodile. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm the dragon, says JR. Love it. Great. Nice. All right. So, so far, bearish, dead cat bounce, further continuation to the downside. And we're going to be looking for, let's just lower this thing. And we're also going to be making this trend line here. All right. And creating an alert on that. So that trend is going to be a reference. If we're able to start making something like that, and then we bounce off and we break this long from here to there. Right, and from to there we go. That's gonna be it. If not, well, again, breaking a trend line, going for the short. Right, so you've been warned. Finally, CRO. The guys, one last chance. Let me know, what are you guys looking at, and if not, we'll just leave it as is. Perfect. There we go. So CRO, basically, you know what happened here. Basically, it was perfect one, but looking for a range. So right now we are into a range. Let's just clear this up in here, right? And let me look for some more. I think we absolutely got it. I'm saying this. There we effing go. Right. And I'm looking at this. All right, 50-50 chances of breaking, but I'm gonna be looking for breakouts to enter. By the way, we are going lower, but still we have a possible reversal. If we start breaking above, we might have a breakout continuation, right? I believe that we might be seeing that, but like this. There we go. And our target, I believe, is going to be somewhere around this area. Let's bring up our VRVP. Okay, guys, something important has come up. I just have a very important announcement on my Alexa. I need to go. Everything is all right, but it is a family stuff. So, guys, thank you so much for jumping in. Really appreciate it, guys. Sorry for the abrupt thing, but husband duty, it's calling. And, you know, family comes first. You guys are my second family, but we had a fantastic 39 minutes together. Guys, thank you so much for jumping in here. And as always, guys, tomorrow.
Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero.